Heffy G.
I've been playing games for a long time. And when I was a kid, any game would keep my attention completely, but that doesn't really happen anymore. When I was younger, my grandfather picked up on movie cliches and could pretty accurately guess how most movies were gonna go, and I feel like the same thing has happened to me to some extent with video games. Most games just kind of feel the same to me nowadays, and I'm sure that kind of applies because of universal game design rules we've developed over the last 20 years, but I can't really help but feel that some of the magic games used to have for me has just kind of dissipated. That doesn't mean I don't like games anymore, but I am more conscious while I play some games rather than others. And what does that mean exactly? Conscious while playing? Heffy G, you silly bastard, are you playing games in your sleep? And the answer is yes. Rocket League, because I could score on you suckers in my sleep.
Got him!
But what I really mean by conscious is that I'm actively focusing on the game or its story. For example, I spent the entire day playing Red Dead Redemption 2 without eating when it first came out because I was just that engrossed in what I was doing. I wanted to see where the story would go, and I wanted to explore every inch of that gorgeous disease-ridden American countryside. But when I played Generation Zero, I mean, fuck, man. Oof, that game is... yeah, that game is something, man. I mean, really, who said, you know what, let's make a game where the primary goal of the designers is to actively dissuade the player from giving a shit about what they're doing, you know? Let's grab every fucking boring generic thing about open world shooters from the last 10 years and just have you fight brain dead AI robots and follow around non-existent NPCs for, and again, I'm implying heavy air quotes here, plot development.
Get that nasty shit out of my face!
But if you put all that stuff aside, it's actually a great game to play while focusing on other things, because, you know, you give that little of a shit about it. I was watching a Luke Stevens video the other day, and by the way, you should go check that guy out. He's way better at this stuff than I am. But he mentioned something that kind of stuck with me. It was the phrase junk food games. What exactly is a junk food game? I thought to myself. Well, when you eat junk food, you're never really satisfied. There's taste, but no substance, so you can gorge yourself on a bag of chips, but still not really feel like you ate. That same concept kind of applies to a junk food game. When you play a game like the Zombies mode in Call of Duty, you're not really invested in the characters or storyline, but you really just don't want to get butt-fucked by a horde of zombies. And after successfully finishing a round, you're not really satisfied by the experience, you just want to go again. If you're cruising around in Forza Horizon 4 and you're not really in the middle of a race, then the game is designed to feel like a lazy road trip with its music and general feel of the environment. Skyrim lets you roam around and start shit with giants and dragons without consequences.
Ooh, yeah! What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds! Yeah!
It's a junk food game. Essentially, any game that you can play without devoting all your attention to counts as a junk food game. And yeah, I know what you're going to say, you can devote all your attention to the games that I just mentioned before. But that doesn't really make those not junk food games, that makes you a bit of a tryhard. No offense. Really though, any game could be a junk food game if you're comfortable enough with it and it doesn't really have any real consequence to losing. Games like Tarkov and Dark Souls really fuck you over for not paying deep attention to the game, but games like Bioshock just reset you back a couple feet. Replaying a favorite game can also convert that into a junk food game by lessening the story impact and acclimating you to the game's mechanics beforehand. I mean, the first time you play GTA 5, it's a state-spanning crime opera with a super immersive world, but 5 years and 40 playthroughs later, it's an absent-minded gamer's perfect sandbox, and you just want to skip that dock working mission with every fiber of your fucking being. And just because a game isn't high risk doesn't mean it can't be a fun time either. Pokemon has always traditionally been a junk food game, but people love that shit. I mean, they get tattoos of it and everything. Not that that's wrong, I mean, seriously, not to date this video, but it's 2020. We live in the future by Doc Brown standards. Go out and like whatever game, Pokemon, or thing you want. If someone tells you you're wrong for liking something, just punch them right in their stupid face. Maybe it's not good to have Twinkies for every meal, but they're delicious, and well worth enjoying, even if they aren't exactly a full-course meal. But seriously though, please don't go out and have Twinkies for every meal. You will fucking die. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. If not, fuck you, like always. But yeah, I had a real fun time making this one, so I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm trying to get better at my editing. It's a slow process, but slow and steady. Eventually I'll be making decent videos before you know it. Again, thank you for watching. I appreciate the fuck out of you, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope to catch you next time. If you like the video, like. If you want to say something about it, comment. And if you want to subscribe, please. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Till next time, have a good one.